your destiny. You have failed me for the last time and time. Don't make me destroy you. You are not a Jedi yet. I have you now.
Guess who's back? Back again. It's the Nerfherders. Hi, Team Money. What are we doing? I haven't even looked.
Tonight, we will be talking about guild management to conquer the galaxy, our executioner, and what's the third thing we're talking about? Oh, 600s, baby! Yay!
Yeah.
Hashtag I did my 600.
$1 bill, y'all.
This is like we've been in couples therapy for like a year, and we've finally broken through, and we had like great sex. We're back in love. We've got our 600 counts. Woot! I don't know. Is it too early for an analogy like that? Anyway, welcome everyone. Let's go around and introduce ourselves first and foremost. Actually, no, let's start right off with the. No, we can't do that because people come late to these things because they get the alert and then they show up, but we're late anyway. All right, let's go around.
I like to come all the time.
What's that?
I like to come all the time.
Yeah, I know, honey. I'm T Money G, part of the Wolfpack crew, and the League of ExtraOrdinary Nerfherders. Make sure you get your dues in, guys. I'm waiting on some O faces, and please send your nudes to Darth Bob. People have been sending them to good old Maurice lately, and he's a little bit of a prude. So
I'm sick of it.
And we're gonna start. We're gonna go around.
Omega chat room.
We're gonna channel our 9-year-old selves. I pull these things off the internet and say what we were an expert in at the age of 9 years old. And for me, that is probably everybody here, but for me, I was an expert in Super Mario Brothers. I knew every single part of that game. I could get every coin, every secret passage, everything. I think my parents needed to get me more than one video game because that's all I played, that and Duck Hunt. So that was my 9-year-old self. Now you know a little bit more about me. Who's next? Let's go, Bob.
Hey, what's up? Darth Bob here. My 9-year-old self, I was an expert in action figures, man. I had like all the Star Wars and all the He-Man. Oh yeah, I was good at playing with all that shit.
I had a huge crush on He-Man when I was right around 9 years old. It went on for a long time, and I knew that it was inappropriate to have a crush on a cartoon character, but I did, and that's
I used to have She-Ra dolls too, and She-Ra. You should make them have sex.
Yeah, I didn't like She-Ra.
Yeah,
She was closing in on my territory. We'll save the best for last. Our special guest, good old Maurice.
Yeller.
Yeller.
That's neither of those things are the phrases that you were assigned.
Oh, I was assigned. My name is Good Old Maurice. Hello, everyone. My 9-year-old self was a expert in masturbation.
Really? At 9?
Oh, yeah, 9 years old, I was sticking my dick in everything.
Oh my god.
I don't think I figured that all out until I was like honestly, 15, 16?
You were too busy playing Mario.
It's so complicated. Like, it's kind of, there's a whole culture around like what it looks like to jack off. Like, you just do that, That's not really like, oh, I don't know. Like, how do you do that? Yeah.
I hope this conversation sets the tone for tonight.
Just to be very clear, I just had my first sip of alcohol, so this is completely sober tea money. Thank you, good old Maurice. Tealsy.
What's up, guys? It's Teals. Say, it's kind of a toss-up. Probably go with, I was pretty much a master at making mixtapes. Running the record on my boombox on the radio and getting all the sweetest mixes I could rip off the radio stations so I could listen to it on my Walkman. Sony Walkman, the original.
Nice. I remember that being about 9 years old, like leaping out of bed to hit the record on the tape if something came on the radio.
Exactly. And then I got even fancier because it was a double deck with a dub function. So if I got sick of one mix, I only wanted 2 songs. Well, then I can record those 2 over into the new mix with the other songs. It was fun.
Teals.
DJ Teals.
This is fucking adorable. It's my favorite introductions, hands down, ever. And our special guest tonight, who runs and loves First Order, among other factions, is our community's beloved Grim. How's it going, bud?
What's up, guys? I'm doing pretty good.
Tell us about your 9-year-old self.
My 9-year-old self. Oh, man.
Yeah, what was your 9-year-old self an expert in?
Well, way back when. Good Lord. I think at 9, I got my first PC. And it was all over.
Was it handy?
An Atari 600C.
Snap.
And what'd you do? Did you take it apart? Like, how was it all over? What'd you do with that thing?
That was back in the DOS days. I played DOS games.
All I did was the typing game ASDF JKL colon.
Back when ASCII
I think
was
it
cool.
was 96. That was when I was 9, so that's when Diablo came out, and that was pretty much game over with Blizzard for me.
Cool. Awesome. Well, as usual, let's check the weather, see what's up there. You sharing your screen on your screen? Are you sharing your screen on Skype? You are. What's it look like outside?
Get some lotion, girl.
Huh? Sorry, it's true, man. It's so dry here right now. It was -30 today. I'm gonna look what that is in Fahrenheit.
So I walked outside. I figured, it's just I didn't see what's going on with the weather. You'll never guess what I saw.
A dick. Oh! Give me my money.
Wow, that's nuts, man.
Oh, snap.
Did you just take your cock and Photoshop it onto that?
That was a lot of airbrushing. Let me just say.
I was gonna say, if that's what your meat and chew veg looks like, you might want to go see a doctor.
I'll take the brown gravy.
What's it called when you crop out? it's like you put one thing over the other thing, and it's like a frame crop or something. Like you just frame crop your dick with a sunset. It's beautiful. Thank you,
Nice.
Teals. If you didn't know this, it's something that we don't really talk about. It's kind of one of those little Easter eggs in the Nerfherders chat. At some point in the Nerfherders chat, Teals shows his penis somewhere. Just somewhere on the screen, randomly. So
Actually,
if you
wasn't
go
that
back,
Bob on Thanksgiving?
Bob did have one time. That screwed me up. I was like, whose dick is that? But
I can't.
You wanna go
unsee
back
that.
and
Oh
search
God!
Yeah, just kind of flashed on the screen like they did Fight Club. Bam! And everybody just like, what was that?
Whew. So just so that you know, it's negative 22 Fahrenheit where I'm living right now.
That's a whole lot of hell now.
That is a whole lot of hell. All right. Moving on to the game name of the week. Good old Maurice, why don't you do this one? Oh, can't forget booze, too.
Yeah, let's do booze.
Booze first, Kate. Bobby.
All right, the drunk tank. So tonight we decided to take it a little easy on the wallets because of Christmas and everything. So we decided to get Jim Beam's bottom of the barrel. Drinking some Old Crow Canadian straight bourbon whiskey.
Dilly dilly.
Dilly.
Indeed.
Stole your catchphrase.
It's not my catchphrase.
Oh, in case you're
It was
wondering,
assigned
Kate, it's
to be your
48 degrees
catchphrase.
here.
It was assigned to be your fucking catchphrase. All right, now the game name of the week with good old Maurice.
Good old Maurice. All right. Why don't you tell us about yourself, the awesome game name that is completely blank on the outline? so I'm going to have to look at the stream. I apologize. Okay.
The Tuscan Panty Raiders.
Writing this down.
It is. Thank you, Teals. Tuscan Panty Raiders. That's right.
Do you see
Oh,
the
man.
panties on there?
What a smelly panty raid that would be, huh? That would be disgusting. What an awful time. It's like last call at the bar, and you pick up this thing.
Maybe that's what the Tuscans do. They like raid for panties, and then they go. It's like the only thing that they wash, and they wash their panties, and they bring them back so that there's clean panties in their community. Maybe
You
it's
expect me to believe the Tuscans wash their clothes.
Only the panties they steal.
It's just the panties.
How many settings do you think a Tuscan drying machine has?
Is this a joke?
Okay, you could just say, Maurice, that was stupid.
I don't know. How many?
Oh, there's no punchline. There's no punchline. I was just curious.
Huh, that's a letdown. All right, on to the game content. We have a particularly nerdy and I'm sure we all hope useful stream ahead for you on managing and planning ahead for your guild. This is always the point where I like kind of have a little meditation session, figure out what we're gonna do first. Let's do our executioner first. So Grim's gonna walk us through the abilities, and we're just gonna discuss them and cold chill 'em. Grim,
Okay.
tell us about First Order Executioner. Do you know what they're calling him? What his little nickname is?
Well, so far it's foe or fox.
No, it's the panda.
Panda.
And I don't know if
Really?
Crazy was
Got
the
broads
first
and
one.
Elena.
I don't know if Crazy
Panda.
was the first
Panda.
one to say it, but I did. She did like kind of say, she's like, he kind of looks like a panda on her piece. And now I've heard like a bunch of folks saying it, so I don't know if it was if they heard it. I don't know where it was said first, but I think that's freaking adorable.
That name will not be sticking here. I'm not calling any character in the game the panda.
They called them like they added to panda. I don't know. Anyway, off we go.
I don't know. I like calling him foe better. It sounds much more intimidating.
Foe doesn't remind you that you're playing a Disney game. Take it away, Grim. Tell us about his abilities. What's up with his basic?
Okay, his basic. It says, I'm looking at the thing right now. It says deal physical damage and gain health up 30% for 1 turn. If the target is debuffed, this attack is guaranteed to be a critical hit, and First Order Executioner gains advantage for 2 turns.
All right. So we're looking here we're pulling out things that are health up and stacking and damage, because this is very much a little damage dealer. That's his job. All right.
Yes.
What's next?
Then he's got a special, which is called Death Sentence. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Remove 50% turn meter and dispel all buffs on them. If this attack defeats an enemy, First Order Executioner gains 80% turn meter, and the cooldown of this attack is reset. Otherwise, he gains 40% turn meter and plus 20% max health stacking until he defeats an enemy, with a cooldown of 3.
With a what? With a cooldown of 3. All right. All right, so we've got 20% stacking offense?
Max health.
Health, pardon me. Okay. Right. What's the next one?
And then he's got a unique that whenever he scores a critical hit, he gains plus 10% max health stacking until the end of the encounter, and First Order allies gain 10% turn meter. First Order Executioner has bonus offense equal to 5% of his max health.
Cool. So his unique is it 10% every critical hit? 5.
Yes.
5.
10%.
10%.
10% max health every critical hit.
And then what's the other piece of it? aren't you guys glad I read up on this before the stream? I've been watching videos and stuff, but I'm like, I haven't had time to crunch the numbers yet. So what's the last part? He has 5% bonus of his damage.
Yeah,
of his
5%
health.
offense based on his max health, yeah.
Okay. So that's 1 in 20.
So in other words, in raids, his damage is going to be huge.
Yeah. I think it's 2% stacking offense in perpetuity. I think that's what it works out to.
Yeah, if you play him correctly, he will hit the numbers that we have seen in the Game Changers videos.
So something I was thinking, because we were chatting about this last night, that there's this balance between getting the 20% stacking health that depletes when you kill an enemy, and then the 10% stacking health when you critically hit. Because the videos that they were showing, Executioner was taking down the turrets like on P2, like bam, 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 turret after turret after turret. And if he kills one of them, he's going to lose that 20% stacking health. But he's going to make, and all of those are, I think, let's just pretend all of them were critical hits. So he's going to go boom, boom, boom. That's 30% stacking health, and you got your tank down. So it's like there's a balance there. Do you feel me, Grim?
Well, in the videos, what they weren't showing you was the 10 minutes they spent stacking up hit points to do those 100k hits on the turrets.
True.
But
Very true.
See, like the way I am picturing it or theory crafting it for in the tank is you don't want to use him to kill off the turrets. You just want him smacking on the main tank so he keeps on getting that massive hit point offense boost.
Oh yeah, especially if you're using him with a First Order team, your pilot and Kylo, Master Kylo is going to be up and on the...
Sorry, the piece that I forgot to say there is that it's like the balance between killing turrets 1, 2, 3 and getting that turn meter. I guess that was implied. Never mind. My point's made. I thought it was fantastic, but that's.
You need to drink more.
I get excited. Oh, Grimmy! It starts.
I'll drink with you.
So where do you think this guy? I know you've run him a couple times today. What did you think when you ran him in your first order team? Who'd you run him with first, and then what do you think of him?
Well, I ran him under my Unmasked Kylo lead, which I have Zeta, and he is pretty decent, but I mean, right now he only unlocks at 2 stars, which in order to get him to be viable, you got to fork over the cash to do it.
Yes, you do.
Indeed.
But,
so how?
Or
Like,
you
what
get
did you?
lucky on
What
the
did you?
first roll.
That's what they want you to think.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp. So how was he? Like, describe how he was. You said he was like okay, good. Like, how was he in your team today? What was he like?
I got him to gear 8. He doesn't hit quite as hard. He does about maybe 5k on his basic at that, gear 8 2-star, which is pretty decent for a 2-star character, I guess. But he is very squishy.
They did. I think was it Arnold and Mobile Gamer did a vid today maybe of a 2-star. I don't know what Gary is versus a higher star one, and one was stacking health and the other one wasn't, like intentionally stacking health and the other one wasn't, just to see like what they could what the damage difference was for one versus the other. I don't know. It was, I mean, I love Arnold's videos, but it was kind of
Zod represent.
There was nothing super interesting to come of it.
Like, this guy is so, I don't know. I feel like the tone of this is kind of like lukewarm. Like no one's like super excited about him, and no one's like disappointed in him.
I think more people wanted something else.
Well, what this character does is like all the people that blew their load on the first order first, and then Kylo comes out, and they're like, "Oh, I've got an inferior leader." Nah, this character is awesome under Phasma. Like he's gonna get called to assist. He's gonna constantly have health up. He's going to stack his health, and it's not even his turn. Like, yes, he's slow as hell, but if you use him under Phasma, he's going to go a lot.
Especially Phasma Zeta, where his chances of going is double that.
Yeah, man. Like, First Order Executioner get called in to assist, give himself health up, crit hit to stack his health from these unique, and then also give himself advantage, and also give the whole fucking team 10% turn meter if your crit hits. I mean, that's pretty awesome for on an assist attack. Like I don't know. I'm kind of excited about him. I mean, I'm not going to have him for quite 6 months, but just I'm starting to plan a little bit for him. Maybe he has a lot.
I would recommend at least planning for getting him up, because he will be usable in the raids. He doesn't even need to be under an unmasked Kylo lead to deal that much damage in raids. I can see him being used in the Asajj Smash teams.
Yeah, you guys know I like stacking shit, so I like this character.
You should have seen this
just
guy
throw him at the tank
with Legos.
In what?
You should have seen Maurice with Legos.
I never graduated past 2 floors.
Well, I'm sure you stacked like better than the rest.
It kind of takes us in. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, Legos. I have a big collection of those still.
So do I, because I have a 6-year-old. Sorry, that wasn't a burn. It's like I play them too.
That's okay. When I play with Legos, I turn into a 6-year-old as well. So
I love Legos.
I have a little mini heavy assault walker I got to build on my desk. Right?
What's the little one? What's the ghost? The ghost is the little one, right? Ghost and Phantom. Ghost is the little one.
No, the Phantom's the little one.
The Phantom. So we built the Phantom. The Phantom the other day. It was fucking badass. We have some slides to just go over some lore of First Order. There was a video that I saw. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to tag it down below. I can't remember what it is right now. That so I saw a video about this guy who found this slide online that was all of these troopers from the First Order, and I was just like, oh, so cool. So. We're going through Grimm's piece right now. Oh, and we're done. What wonderful timing. So do you want to put that slide up with all those troopers on it? Because this character to me feels like
at my screen, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I'm looking at the chat. You know, things go bad. That's why I can't talk in chat. Is because I start looking at
chat. Come on now.
So not that slide, but the slide with the collage of all of the
seriously, look at my shared screen.
Okay, the slide with all they're up there, sorry. Sorry, I made a different one. Yeah, okay, anyway, cool. Hey, those are all the different troopers from the First Order. Can you read them off?
Yeah.
I can't see. Can you do that?
Absolutely. So, obviously, the big man up top, Executioner, that's who just showed up. But other ones that have been either introduced into the lore one way or another between last movie, this movie, books, etc., made into video games, into action figures, etc. We got Chrome Trooper, Elite Guard Officer, starting left to right. Got the Elite Guard Speeder Pilot. We have the First Order TIE Pilot, the Elite Guard TIE Pilot, which would be the same as the Special Forces. Stormtrooper Officer, Snow Trooper Officer, the Heavy Gunner Stormtrooper, the Flame Trooper, which we first met in the first bomb of a game, Battlefront 1. Riot Control Stormtrooper. We met him and that Jedi training Ray, and we all wanted him, and they're like, yeah, maybe we'll bring him out someday. And then obviously
we got to see him kick Finn's ass in the first in Force Awakens. Sorry for interrupting.
And we got
it's okay.
And popsicles. Yay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he threw down. Traitor! Good stuff. And then our First Order Stormtrooper, then the First Order Snow Trooper.
Why is the Elite Pilot's head so big?
Because action figure and angle.
Somebody say crank?
You have to have like
Barbie proportions. I don't know. That must have not been the Black Series version Elite TIE Pilot there.
Big pimpin'.
No. All right. And then we have a series of slides just to kind of go through. I personally think that the Panda is a free-to-play little guy. They put him at 2 stars. It's disappointing. People are, like, am I gonna, raise him up? I personally am thinking that he's gonna go in a store somewhere. It's been so long since we've had a store character. But yeah.
POW?
So no, First Order Executioner.
I was saying no, the last store.
I could see this being a store character. I could see them doing something, kind of throwing us a bone on this guy. Is that he didn't take any Zetas, just another First Order.
He might not
be
see
him possibly being
on the backside
the newest squad arena store character.
Ooh, that's a good one. Or maybe the sense I have of him is that he's just super badass for raids, and they usually put like tunes. I don't know. This is what I thought when I was a beginner player, and I haven't really thought about it since. But the tunes that are great for raids, they put in the guild store, and the tunes that are great for PvP go in the squad store. I don't know.
That's right. This I made a valid point. Cassian's U-Wing would have been the latest store edition. That's a shame.
Like, This guy is not. He's gonna be awesome. Like he's got all that stacking health. He's got 15% health steal on some of these hits that we've seen. Just do tens of thousands of damage. He's gonna heal himself all the way up with all that max health he's stacking. He's gonna be a real son of a bitch to take out in any sort of raid environment. Like if you let him roll and roll and roll and roll, he's gonna have 50, 60, 70, 80,000 health like alone. It's like he's gonna be pretty boss.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Oh my!
It's what?
Another character to add in with Azaris.
Oh golly! Expect to see this guy.
That could work.
Oh, that's disgusting! I can't wait to face 50 of those in TW. That's gonna be a blast. Just be a real hoot.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm really looking forward to testing out is to see if his stacking max health actually carries over per battle on defense.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Because if it does, oh my god.
Hey, you want to know something else disgusting? Everybody take a shot.
All right.
Boom! Oh, crow!
Oh! I gotta pour myself a shot. All right.
Whoa! Time out! Before we take a shot, I just heard a fucking cork. There is no cork in Old Crow. What do you? All of us are drinking Old Crow, just like slamming some bookers down.
I smell a traitor.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
As soon as I did that, I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm drinking some. I didn't. Okay. You guys introduced me to bourbon. I love bourbon. I happen to have bourbon in my house, and if I couldn't get booze on the way home, so I'm drinking like super classy bourbon. I'm drinking Russell's Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's 10 years fucking old, so I'm sorry.
I think that's acceptable. Now, if
No,
you're
no,
drinking
no,
water
not
or
even
soda or
close.
something,
What are you talking about?
You go from sold in all sizes plastic to fancy.
I'm sitting here already getting a hangover, and you're sitting here sipping on like just some. I'm sipping on the finest bourbon that comes with a cork. It's just like, all right.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bob told us all to get box wine, and I'm like went down into my wine cellar and picked some shit. I don't have a wine cellar, but whew. Sorry if those who are new to our stream or just don't know the stupid shit is that I sometimes often
cheat.
fuck around and don't do what I'm told with
Remember
regards
that idea
to
we should have a weekly alcohol we all drink together.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what? You could build a hell of a Phasma P2 team with this guy, dude. He's like those of you guys that went blew your load a little early on the first order. This guy might be for you. I'm not saying go out and drop a dime on him. I'm just saying maybe start working on his gear because you're going to want him when he gets to be free or farmable.
And how much turn meter does he take away on his special?
80%, I think. If it's
no, if he kills, it's 80.
Oh, excuse me.
He gains 80, but he takes away turn meter too, doesn't he, Grim?
Let me double check here real quick.
That's rough.
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't he?
Now,
read the first
also,
I'll read it.
well, also part of the thing is if you use him under crew, he's also gaining 20% turn meter every time he crits.
Oh,
and if somebody is debuffed, he is automatically critting on his basic, so he's going to be always getting that extra 10% max health and turn meter.
Yeah, critical hit, and they're always getting advantage. Of course, so it's basically that's near guaranteed.
Either leader is very good.
Well, no, you're going to have to use Kylo. I guess in the videos, they just show him going over and over and over again. Well, that was under a Kylo lead, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because he only gives himself 80% turn meter, so you need Kylo's 20% additional to have him just go, ham.
And if you pair him with the Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot, the TIE Fighter pilot will give all First Order allies speed up. So he's pretty much going all the time.
Ooh, man. You could build two sick. You could build two sick teams in this first order now. When they're finally available for me to farm them all, I'm kind of gonna try
look.
you guys out.
Under death sentence, deal physical damage to target enemy. Remove 50% turn meter.
Oh, you sure? Yeah.
He's gonna be on the Admiral Akbar, Hermit Yoda, CLS. Who else? Han, Thrawn, like that whole suite of characters that you just kind of like pile into a big love fest and send them into the tank raid, like for sure. Can you imagine?
Yeah,
like it's basically it's like Asajj. Yeah, it's like how much stacking health does stacking offense does Asajj get?
5% every time something dies.
So yeah, it's basically like an Asajj that removes turn meter. It's probably faster than her. 111.
Yes,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
but Asajj gets all that the 15 speed for each unbuffed enemy. Good character. We'll see. I'm not going to be the guy that has the breakthrough groundbreaking comps because I'm not going to have him for 6 months. So you know what I mean? Like somebody's going to put some stuff out and he's going to look real cool. So
I think he's going to be great in hat.
Yeah,
that's my call. I don't know first. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Grim.
How about Arena?
Is he going to be on your team? Will he be on your Arena team if you make a first order team?
Mm-hmm.
At 2 stars, no. But once I can farm him up to 7 stars, yes. Yes,
cool.
yes.
All right. That's all I want to hear.
I did a little bit more math the other night, and with his special, he's pretty much exactly like Maul. I kill you, then I go again and kill you, and then I go again.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very cool.
First order Night Sister counter? Maybe?
This counter.
Actually. I got some info from Tits, who's in chat. Thank you, Tits. That
was an Alliance Alpha dude.
A unmasked Kylo-led Executioner First Order team can take down Night Sister squads.
Oh, for sure. And especially if you're facing like a tanky zombie, like you dispel her taunt and suck all her turn meter down, so you got some more time to get in there and just pick apart the rest of the team before she taunts again.
Well, also against the weak zombies, I feel sorry for people running weak zombie Night Sister squads because every time he crits, he's getting 10% max health, which is bumping up his damage. He can just kill your squishy zombie over and over and over and over and over, and then proceed to one hit all the rest of your character.
I've been telling y'all that squishy zombie shit ain't gonna last. They're gonna fix that. Whether it be characters like this, that shit ain't gonna last.
I'm leaving mine mediocre until I get her to 7 stars. I have a feeling someone's gonna figure some badass out in the tank raid with them, and I want to try it before I bring her up. But I agree completely.
Yeah.
It's sad when she dies with her tauntaun. With her tauntaun.
Tauntaun.
Oh my.
Yikes.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Just because you cackle extremely loud doesn't mean.
Sorry.
Get her tauntaun.
I love when I'm in the middle of laughing and I'm like, you're laughing at your own joke, sister. All right, let's go through a list of tunes that we not just limited to the troopers, the First Order troopers, but kind of expanding within the First Order faction of tunes that we might get.
Well, I had troopers next, but okay.
No, yeah, go ahead and do troopers, but we've got other ones in there too.
All right, so next on our list, it was been around the movies. Was in Battlefront 1. Flame Trooper. Figured AoE abilities, maybe.
Second character with burn, perhaps.
Yeah, another character with burn, kind of like R2's, maybe. Kind of run with that because definitely not just a little fire. It's like a napalm fiery burn death. Never know.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Flame Trooper come into the game.
Absolutely. And yeah, you forgot the BB-9E slide. That would have been good.
Oh, of course. Yeah, my bad.
Oh well. And then we got the Riot Control Stormtrooper with the awesome baton beating stick. FN 2199, whatever you want to call him. Traitor. It was an amazing fight
This
scene.
is the guy we faced in the event, yeah? This guy we fought.
We faced him in
He
the
was
event.
good.
He's had that awesome prod up ability. He was annoying.
What was it?
He had a protection up ability.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was annoying. He was-
Time
he
out,
was
time out,
great.
time out. Did you say prod up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
prod
sorry, I
up.
let him get away with that.
Okay.
Yeah, prod up, whatever. I was like, I'm mad prod up. Like, you wouldn't believe my saying.
Dilly, yes, sir. Slipping it in the goods. All right. Dilly.
And he was a bit of a damage dealer. He was fast. It was something like
He was
that.
really
that was
fast. He was just consistently
so
feeding
fast.
protection and
Yeah.
messing around. Good.
He didn't
like-
do any damage.
Like I was gonna die because they were just shooting and shooting and shooting, but there wasn't a ton of damage.
He's fast and he gave like 600% protection up every time he went. Just like this is like character. Like good God, it's fucking.
And he looks cool. I like when characters are carrying
Yeah.
shit. A big shield.
That would be a cool character just to dump in GW for us. You know, just.
Just fucking
I saw that.
without any fancy shit. Just put him in. Just put him in. You know, not like we're making an event. Like just put a bunch of fucking characters into the game and let people figure it out. I mean, I guess that's not how you make money, but
Oh, that would be really nice of them to do, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's like all of these like good old Maurice. Oh no, you've spent all your currency and all your stores, haven't you? In the shard shop.
No. I keep about 10K in all the stores except Fleet Arena. I burn those every day on Zetas. But once I hit 10K, everything past that I just convert into shard shop currency.
Yeah.
Because I would hate for like the Phoenix when Thrawn came out. You know, they put the characters for us in these shops, but they didn't give us enough time to get there. So like in the event that like a character came out, it's like way more crystal efficient to just refresh a store and pluck them out than it is like buying crystals or like buying out of the shipments. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to have enough currency available if that happens again.
Well, yeah, that'll get you. I can't math right now. What math?
100, I think. I was doing it too. 25.
I mean that saved my ass.
25 pulls, and there's 5 in a pull, so 125 shards.
Like I wouldn't have thrown that first time if I didn't have banked currency.
Oh yeah.
I think like 31,000 or something crazy like that. When I was in Order 66, there was this like super organized dude that was like, I want to have 31,000 currency in every shop because that's how much it takes to get a character right away. I'm like, all right.
That's a
Not gonna
big
happen,
number. All right.
Let's run through these guys quick and then get on to guild planning.
So General Hux. Gonna happen. We get another shit maybe. Maybe first order support. Maybe get a heal. I don't know. Maybe a little theory crafting. He could do different things. He definitely would give her orders. I don't know if they need a third leader. They could have a third leader. I just don't know.
Sorry, he could annoy Kylo Ren
annoy
until he
Kylo.
like freaked out and like
Yeah, have unmasked Kylo
said
Ren
the other
synergy,
shit.
and he just gets
When General Hux is on the same team, Kylo Ren gains the ability bitch slap.
Exactly.
When you think, original OG Kylo, his AoE attack was literally like his attack when he decided to completely destroy the interior room of that ship in his own fit of rage after Hux did it.
Yeah, he's like he's Kylo Ren's little trigger.
Yeah,
Yeah, his temper tantrum.
Yeah, he's this little Temper tantrum, sweetie. All right, who's next?
Oh, nope, not that one.
No.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
There we go.
Praetorian
The
Guard.
Praetorian Guard, who we all thought was coming, not Executioner. But, yeah, these guys got... What? Each one had their own unique weapon in the throne room, right? I was trying to think.
Don't they, like, transform? Didn't they all
That's their
transform to
force
those,
staffs.
like, linky things?
Well, they all had different things. They, like... One had the dual-bladed, another had, like, 2 weapons, another... They were, like, all over the place. But they're all, like, vibro blades. They can, obviously, block lightsaber. They got some serious tech in them.
Oh, so this might be a counter to the Jedi. Sorry.
Oh man, that's what I've been waiting. I
Damn.
can't just
We need that.
that daggum Anakin. I can't knock him out in arena. That son of a
No,
gun.
right?
I don't know. But obviously they're going to hit hard. Maybe they'll have Foresight pop up or something, because they seem to be able to block really well in that throne room fight. Spoilers. I was over at the first of the year anyways. But it'd be cool.
How long does it take him to put on those boots in the morning?
Mm.
Those things are pretty radical.
Let's all go
47
around and
minutes.
talk about the boots.
It looks like they probably had a zip-up boot, and then they put that plate over it. But yeah, it's details.
So
They agree.
kid
So
is
excited.
always drunk. His kid is like such a party animal. So Grim, tell us what just happened at your house.
What?
I said, tell us what just happened at your house.
I took a shotgun outside and scared away a couple coyotes
All right.
that were making my dog bark. It was
Man.
annoying.
This is to a Canadian. I'm just like, oh,
Oh, I didn't shoot at
Amazing.
them. I just shot into the air, but it was enough to scare them off.
that's enough for me. Like I've held like a BB gun and played with a BB gun that never fired a shot for me, but I've never actually held a gun before. So it's fascinating.
Get over
Oh,
the
one day
States.
we might have to change that.
Alright, and last but not least, Supreme Leader Snoke. Does amazing damage and force abilities for the first 5 turns, and then just halves himself.
Sorry, but he said has himself. The sexual
Wow,
life
he's
for him.
really
I was like,
talented and flexible.
That, or we're gonna get the new best death animation in the game.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
He just like goes in half and then lies there until the battle ends.
Oh, it'd be so amazing.
And it would be pretty good.
Oh, it would. I would literally spend whatever to max him out. I would wail so hard for that.
All right. Is there anything else we have planned about? We have that 7.mod thing. I don't know. I feel like a noob because I've never actually heard this before. But oh, do you have those slides, Teals? I don't think Teals has those slides yet. Grim, would you dig out those slides and send them to Teals, pretty please?
Oh, you're
I didn't
making
send
me.
them. Crap, it's
You're
not
making me modify stuff on the run now.
Boom on the fly, sucker. That was dirty,
No.
boy. That was dirty.
that. Just prod up and get on with it, man.
Got that prod up, bruh.
Get at the prod. Oh man, that chick was so prod. Hot and new this week. Let's use this as a little. Yeah, I don't know how to spell Wampa. Okay. So.
METHOD.
Part of our introductions, I like to do a hot and new thing this week, and one of the things we thought of was the Wampa video. And if you haven't seen this, it is on the Nerfherders Discord server in our content channel. It's in German, Käsekuchen. Ha.
Want to
And
see it? You gotta go there. I'm not sure.
You got to go to this. I'm pitching our Discord
Yeah.
server. Come be part of our community. It's a wonderful place. If you're totally fucked up and like missing parts of your emotional or physical self, you will be welcomed there. I'm saying that we're just all wrong. But the Wampa video is amazing, and the most beautiful thing about it is Zader lead in hot beside Wampa, and they're pushing from P2 all the way to the end of P4. It's super super duper cool, and that's the hot thing of the week. If you have not seen that video, you need to go and see that. It's like one of those kind of game-changing parts of our wonderful game that we play.
Yeah, that video brought a tear to my eye. Zader being useful and hot. Oh, so beautiful.
In a big time way. Big time. All right.
Here, let's talk about this.
What is this?
Hashtag I did my 600, eh?
Yeah, do it.
Well, you talk about it while I'm building your slides.
Fuck that. I don't know.
God,
I
so
saw Grande post a bunch of
happy.
shit everywhere and freak out. Bob, this is yours, man. Bob, you go
Holy
first.
shit! Hey, I got that message that fucking Grande posted, and I was so happy. I saw that. I was like, oh my god! I copied that shit, posted on my officer's channel. Like, boys, it's a wonderful fucking day. Let's just see if it's gonna work first. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I know, that's what my reaction was. I was like, oh, I wonder what they broke instead.
Yeah.
No, Lifetime doesn't work.
Actually, I can.
Well,
So
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So yeah, looks like they're doing a preliminary where you basically, if it's done, you go to a specific order of screens, and then within 5 minutes, it should refresh on the guild management, so us officers and or guild leaders can see it and not worry anymore.
So it's still kind of broken.
Still, so it's less broken.
it doesn't make that much of a difference for us because we reset our lifetime tickets. Like if somebody gets out, then we reset them to 0. So it's always a multiple of 600, right? So if someone gets 599 tickets one day,
Impossible.
say this, they're okay, 595. I don't know.
598 is the
No, man.
598. And the next day they're going to be 1198, and they're always going to be off. And you have one person like that, it's fine, but you have 10 people like that, and it's not. And with the current game modes being so invasive.
Territory battle and territory war, right?
Yeah, like we had to remove someone. We didn't have to, but we chose to remove someone to reset their tickets, and they missed a territory battle, the light side territory battle, so we didn't get our 42 stars. He broke his phone. He was gone for like 36 hours or something like that.
Ouch.
So, yeah. So there
Thank
you
you,
go.
CG.
Thank you, CG.
So yeah, hopefully it comes up soon. They said next version update. So I did hear one comment, I forget which Discord I saw it in. Normally they say content update or whatnot, or just our next update. Whenever they do a version update, it's when they release some new feature, some new game mode, new raid, new something, new mods.
Oh, new
Oh, God,
level.
no. Please, no.
Level 90? Son of a bitch. I'm going to tank an arena if that's the case. I have no credits.
So, they've done this a few times already. CG goes and has their little picture where they go and throw in their, sweet game model, all spinning around all cool. Hey, look what's coming. And they have this graphic with mods on it. Those aren't all 5-star or 5 dot. Oh, I see 7 going on here. crying like, "Oh, that wasn't our intent," yada yada. And it was funny. Normally they never did anything, but this time they got shady. And then we're like, we're just gonna edit the photo. What? Half a day later. Oh look, no mods on the same post.
And
I
that's
hate
because
I hate
Grim
interrupt
keeps
you, man. Is somebody
complaining.
playing Mario?
Huh?
It's because Grim keeps complaining to CG about stuff, and I'm working with him very hard to stop this. He's like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on?" Like, no.
Well, God damn it. we razz them every single time they release new characters and show 7-dot mods. You'd think they'd learn by now. They'd avoid a lot of drama if they just wouldn't do that.
And the kind of the kicker with this is like when I think back to someone like Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, who came out in the videos and we're all like, gasps, she's so amazing. And then when we put her into practice, it's just like not quite working like we saw her working. Well, what are the mods like on her? I mean, we're assuming that they're amazing, speedy, wonderful mod, but are they 6-dot? Are they 7-dot? Like, I don't know. That to me is like, it's
They always
Right?
have some weird random
beware.
excuse. It's like, oh, they have obviously 5-dot on them, but this is just our graphic. It's like, well, why not spend 5 minutes and just grab a different background? Just that section, clip it in for your graphic. I don't know. Does that look kind of sketchy?
kind of sketchy.
Not to mention, my OCD is going crazy with the fact that the arrow and the diamond are not the same. They're lesser. I'm like, what the F?
What's the set? What's
What?
the set?
Well, I mean, you have a complete speed set and a health set, but the diamond and the arrow are 5-dot and the rest are 7-dot.
What the fuck?
OCD.
It's weird. Like they didn't want to take the time to like farm a 7. That's weird. Maybe it's because okay, and this is my like I'm putting my tinfoil hat on, folks. But maybe it's because if you actually sit and you watch the videos in that the devs release, you know, for instance, you know Kylo's speed. You know, say you know Kylo or look at Rey. Like you. Let me give a better example. So you know R2's speed. You know his max speed. You can say, okay, so that's say 280 speed, and then you can look at all of the other tunes that are in that video, and you can kind of base it like, is it faster or slower than R2? And if you watch it and you analyze it enough and go, what's 10%, 20%, like you can actually calculate their speed. So maybe they didn't want it like, what the hell, it would be a 7-dot mod speed, right? Because a 4-dot is 23.
One of the guys in the RSG Discord did the math, and the 7-dot mods would probably have around 40 speed on them. Like an arrow with a primary speed would be 40 plus.
I think it's, yeah. Well, it goes 23 to 30 from 4 to 5.
Well, do you guys really think they dropped 7-dots on us? They wouldn't just like, you know, get us a little. You don't think they do 6-dots first and only to kind of prolong the release?
Of course.
Yeah, but then that would be logical.
We're looking about what, like 34, 35 secondary speed?
No, if you're going from 23 to 30 from 4 to 5, that's 7, so it's got to be 40 at least.
I'm talking about for 6-dots, not for 7s. So
For 6. If it's going from 23 to 30 from 4 to 5, then it's going to at least go from 30 to 40 or 42 for the next step. Sorry, I'm being bitchy right now.
No, that's all
This
right.
is probably really
Valid
boring.
points.
What's that?
Right, but you can't have a mod with 30 secondary speed.
No, primary. We're talking about the arrow.
Okay.
Talking about the arrow.
My bad. I got spaced out for a second, then just kind of tuned back in. The old crow was fluttering.
Speaking of,
Dylan.
Bob, you want to take a shot?
cheers.
Graham wants to take a shot to the. Here we go.
Can I take a shot too, or am I fucking left out of the party?
Oh, don't drink. Oh, you're not drinking Old Crow. You're drinking Sir Roosevelt Walter.
The third.
82. This fucking.
Hey, you need to take a double shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hold
I
on,
am
let me get a shot, guys.
No,
Okay,
fuck
this-
you. You need to take a double shot. Take a double shot.
Wait, we're taking the double shot.
Fucking fine. Just me?
No, only tea. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Bobby, this is a lot.
You had me worried there.
I need to put my headphones
That's
down.
your choice to go expensive and cheat.
True.
Okay, Darth Hideous has said it'd be 29 max on the secondary for 6 dot mods. Ooh.
Whew. Oh,
You guys remember when mods when mods first came out at the very, very beginning, they messed up and I don't know what they did, but you could get 6 to 7 dot mods from like the Rancor drops. Like the Rancor dropped 7 dot mods. And this is back when mods were all fucked up and gave you like, I don't know, 85,000 protection. It's just like when they first came out, they were so OP. It just like it made gear
Rest in
irrelevant. Like,
peace.
you could take a gear 1 character and take it to like level 50 and just slap these absurd mods on them and they'd be usable. You know, like they were ridiculous when they first came out.
and did they retract those? Like, did they actually physically take them from your account?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they gave you a 5-star replacement and then some sort of additional like credits or something to level it up. I don't know exactly, but it was not.
I think there was definitely some Clone Wars Chewie shards with it.
Yeah, like, but it was not good compensation for the difference. You know what I mean? Like it was people were spending money and trying to get these mods and shit, and like leveling up the Rancor characters so they get first place. You know, just like all sorts of ways they were leveling up, spending money to get these mods. And there's like, oh, timeout. There's no such thing as 6, 7 dot mods. Just kidding. And then also we're going to completely redo how mods are to begin with. Like it was pretty dirty, but I don't know.
What don't you know?
That's pretty much when I don't have anything else to say on a topic. Is when I say that.
Okay. Fuck. Oh yeah, there we go.
Darth Revan, 6 dot arrow would be 35 speed, 7 dot would be 41 or 42. So
Thank you for making me right.
why you gotta write it down?
Huh?
Huh?
RIGHT. I almost called you bitch right there. I was like,
That's cool.
RIGHT, bitch, not W.
That's cool.
How's it going, good old Maurice? I'm starting to get feisty. I kind of need Ranger on here when I'm this feisty.
Well, you remember
You
her
could be
boards.
like-
Good, Maurice?
Wait.
Remember
Are
her
you
board?
implying that you're like scaring me?
No, like that I
Okay.
just want to like lash out at everyone. And I know you're all sensitive little flowers. So.
No,
All
no.
right, so on to the next one. No. Are we going to do planning guilds tonight, or are we not going to do that?
I believe that was like the biggest part of the stream.
I know, so I kind of want to get to it because we're like, how far in? Psycho Nerdstorming.
So
Let's
does this
dive
mean
into
that
this more.
Money is drunker than the rest of us on the stream? Is this that's pretty much like yeah.
What's that?
I don't know. Carry on.
Hashtag
Okay.
sexy money
Can-
erections.
Can someone mark what time it is right now in Skype so that I don't have to I don't listen to the streams. I just like to embarrass myself and then never think about it again. And we did really want to do this part sober because it's important. So I'm just gonna start talking. I'm a guild leader. I came into leading a guild. I believe I was an officer. I was an officer in an Order 66 Academy. So it was like an entry-level guild. We didn't have Hat on Farm. We really wanted to, but we're quite far away. And the guild leader at the time was pretty chill, and I was me, not so chill, and really wanted to kind of like bring some structure to the guild and stuff. So it ended up that I took over leadership and then went through this kind of transition where we really grew the guild and grew into something else, what we are today. So that's kind of like my history as a guild leader, starting with like a super beginner guild that was getting maybe 20,000 tickets a day, probably less or more than that, like in a given day, and then kind of moving that guild to of course with like so much freaking help, and like I like pretty much once every 3 months I have like a complete mental breakdown and freak out, and then like everyone's like, okay,
Good thing that was
bye.
only a couple weeks ago.
So
we got 2 more months, right?
you got probably 2.5 months. I was like, we had like a territory war that we like lost and people didn't show up to. I was like, I can't do it. And I like left to another guild to like think about the nature of existence. Dramatic. And then, and like all of the like stolid, like awesome, amazing players, officers that we have like step up. They're like, okay, pat. And so
Hey,
I'm curious to hear. I think like Grim, have you been a guild leader before? But you've been an officer for sure.
Not in Star Wars, but in like other MMOs and games. Yeah, I've been a guild leader and an officer.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
It was stressful. I don't miss it. But
What game was it?
Or
what games?
I led a guild in World of Warcraft and in Guild Wars 2.
my condolences.
And I was an officer in Guild Wars 2. So
Yeah, you think our raids are tough to plan? Try wiping for 3 hours and keeping your guild together.
Wiping?
Failing on a raid attempt over and over and over and having to try
yeah,
again and again.
in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I remember the first raid that we did, we failed it, and I lost 17 members because of that.
Oh my
And
god.
This must have been vanilla raids.
I lost it.
My chest is
So that was
collapsed.
vanilla WoW raid. That's a big chunk.
Yeah. And oh
Molten
man,
core. Oh,
that
God.
hurt a lot.
it's
I spent
hard.
about a week and a half trying to get people back.
Huh. So you went out and you like talked to them and you pulled them back into the guild.
About 5 of them, and then I had to do recruiting for about a month.
That's smart, Like I don't think I've ever thought of that. There's lots of guilds that have that happen in SWGOH. I've never thought to be like, hey, Darth Jack, come on back, fucker. Like, we've changed this or that. So that's yeah.
Well, it was pretty much. I'm sorry things didn't work out like we had planned it. Please come back and help us get better at what we're doing.
Exactly.
Amen.
Yeah, that was a whole nother hell in a handbag. A lot of whole different structure. Plus, it's live, everybody together, not your own little attempts, and gathered together. So much to go.
Well,
wrong.
it was also a lot easier because there was an actual world chat.
Oh yeah.
But that would be nice if it was in
TG.
Galaxy Heroes, because then you could chat to everyone on your shard, which would be amazing.
Fix our chat, CG.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Am I a bad person?
Go
No.
Maurice.
No, that means you're a good person.
You're
You don't know our
clean.
pain.
You're a clean, good person, and you should continue never participating in what we've gone through.
No, he's not. Clean, good
I
person.
mean, what do you guys do in the world chat that's different than the non-world chat?
It's like an in-game chat.
Like an in chat.
Oh, this is
where you
I'm
could
assuming.
talk to
prime
everyone.
example. I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
And
Okay,
inferring from their conversation, it's not that hard. It's something humans do all the time.
I'm busy.
Don't
I'm reading the chat and like just constantly checking the TW to see if we've made any progress.
Little Maurice, have you played a video game like an MMO other than this one?
the closest thing I ever played to this was years and years ago. It was like a browser-based game, like a build. You know, it was called God. What was it called? It was called like
RuneScape?
Call of Roma. Like Ebony was another popular one. Call of Roma. This is a long time ago.
Coloroma?
Yeah, like Ebony was the big one. It's just like a build your city, build your troops, loot your neighbors, steal their shit. You know, repeat type thing. So
I'm gonna send you a question. I'm gonna send you a question in Discord, Go Maurice, because I'm a little drunk and I'm pretty sure that I just need to check this out.
I'm actually kind of terrified to see this. Like, why?
No, it's not so bad.
Yeah, the world chat in World of Warcraft and most of the other MMOs is you could talk on that one chat section and your message would go to everyone on the server that was in your same faction.
That seems annoying with 2,000 people on our fucking server.
It could be, but it would also be very easy to recruit.
People. Oh yes, I'm the like. There's a couple guilds, you know how they like dominate their shard. That's the wolf pack. We do that, but we don't. We're not dicks about it. We don't like shut because we're lazy. We don't shut everybody else out. That and that Captain Blackbeard, who I hope will listen to the stream, didn't join us. Joined some fucking BHG bullshit.
Pretty sure he's still in.
He broke my heart.
Shut up.
Him and Thane Tyrell. Fuckers. All right. Let's talk. Who else? Teals. Teals, have you ever not been in leadership? I imagine that you're like, it would, like me, I tried to not be in leadership for a little while and it just pissed me the fuck off. I couldn't deal with it. Have you always been in leadership?
Majorly, yes.
In this game, I guess.
There was a good 1.5 year break I took away from World of Warcraft, and then I went back with a different expansion and played with some local friends, and I managed to just chill as a normal member. Otherwise, like, yeah, I joined the game, went into my first pick your own guild. Obviously that was a joke. By 70, 75, when, you know, a few weeks in, I go and hop into that alliance recruiting chat and get thrown in, and 2 days later it's like, hey, you seem like you know what you're doing. Here's an officer title. Great, here we go again. But yeah, it was like 1.5 months of officer, and they're like, you should lead this our other guild who needs some motivation so they can get up to heroic tank. I'm like, okay, as long as their leader can have the worst damage in the raid, because that's what you're getting right now. But I got him through it. I don't think I've ever been outside some sort of leadership or something of importance contributing.
Yeah, that's like a big fucking deal. Like the first time your guild does hat, right? Like it's just so. This is what happened in my guild. I was like, I'm fucking out, and like had one of like my mental breakdowns, and then the next hat they did it.
We got ours on the first
my
try.
ego was like, I was like, okay, I'm like, I welcome humbleness. Like it was, you know, because yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. Gravity Chong, is Gravity Chong still in chat? Gravity Chong was the leader that I like. Basically, it was just like, I'm just gonna go to this other guild and you take on this. Oh, hey, are we just circling right now? Is the stream okay?
Yeah. No, we're doing well. You're just kind of rambling on.
That happens. Darth Bob's fault. And Darth Bob, you like tell us about your. I'm curious about your history in gaming. Is this your first game? Like, have you done leadership in other games before? I've never played an MMO before myself, so yeah. There's always a moment before Darth Bob responds that I get a little afraid because whenever he leaves,
he's thirsty. That's what's happening.
we have to drink all of our drinks.
No, he's just straight up thirsty.
I hope.
Oh, shit,
Okay.
I was even
There he
fucking
is.
mute. What?
I just said, tell it like you're co-leader now, or are you co-leader right now? And like you've been an officer before, and like just kind of talking. I'm just curious about people's like history in MMOs.
Yeah, it's my first game I've ever played in my life.
This is the first?
Yeah.
Cool. Me too. Well, other than like on my like gaming systems, my like.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, first large-scale multiplayer game.
Right.
Cool.
All right. There's that. So, what we kind of wanted to do, sorry, I keep saying I just because I'm a fucking self-centered asshole.
Boom!
Boom, boom. Something that, I mean, certainly good old Maurice and I fucking joke about often is that we have very different styles and approaches to the game. So let's talk first about Zai's approach to the game, or I don't know. I'm going to talk about our approach to the game, and then you can counter with your approach. How about that, good old Maurice?
If I try to argue you, are you gonna get your way anyway?
No, not at all. But I have shit written down, so.
Oh shit! You get prepared, boy. I got the chalkboard. Go ahead.
You got
Go
chalkboard?
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
So we like so I don't know, like this is how I kind of see Wolfpack, and Teals, you can call my bullshit here at any point in time, but basically how I think of like the guild functioning is that like all of the officers together, like including me, we kind of like we basically propose rules and regulations and farming plans and like all of these things to our guild. No, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, let me start again. The Wolfpack has a few main tools that we use to manage the guild. The first is our rules and regulations. You guys are welcome if you come onto our Discord server. It's posted in and below in the comments. Join there. We're happy to share our rules and regulations with you. If you're a new guild, if you're like a really eager guild that's looking to be more competitive, that has like a lower GP, just steal shit from us. Like, I'm completely fine with that. Everything that we use, except maybe our territory wars plan, which maybe some people have helped us with, so I don't know if it's ethical, it's not proprietary. You can have anything that we make and it's just completely yours. So the kind of basis for the guild is the rules and regulations, and ours are quite strict, I think, like as any top 100, 200 guilds are. Then we have our farming guide. And I don't know, Teals, should we share our farming guide?
Well, I mean, it's nothing out of control.
It's not, but I think people are still surprised by stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so we have a farming guide, and there are tunes that are required. Like if someone's super slacking on something, then we'll like that has to be addressed, right? Because we're a competitive guild. We have to keep up, kind of to honor the members at the top of our GP, and to make sure that we're always moving ahead to keep things interesting, and no one wants to be lagging behind. We have tools that we use, such as spreadsheets. That good old Maurice, who made all of the spreadsheets that I like love and just can't remember who made them.
Are you talking about the territory? I don't know which spreadsheets you're
territory
referring to.
battles templates.
Oh, geez, I don't know. I'm not sure. You talking about the one that just auto generates who goes where, and you hit go and it sends it to the chat?
So I would say, like, my guess is that like a very small fraction of guilds are utilizing these amazing templates that, for instance, pull data from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.gg, swgoh.gg, and tells you who needs to deploy where. And you just push a little button and it just sends a little picture with everybody's names and which territories they're in. Like, guilds are suffering unnecessarily because they don't have the tools that they need to thrive. To manage their shit. So there's tons of tools out there. If you don't have them, get them. You don't need to be doing more work than you already are. The work that you need to be doing right now is different than that. I'm fucking totally rambling right now, aren't I? Am I rambling?
Yeah, but you're on the verge of something brilliant, so just carry on.
Okay.
We'll stop you if it's not the case.
So in addition to our rules, our farming guide, our light side and dark side spreadsheets that tell us where to deploy tunes, and if, for instance, if we have a chance of that extra star, you don't want to be going in being like, guys, we have a chance at like 33 stars today, and then you fail. When your spreadsheet could have just told you that you're going to fail no matter what. Like, it's just impossible for you to make that star, you know, like, depend on this technology that people are creating rather than doing the math or guessing for yourself. So we'll post all these tools in the Discord Nerfherders server. What else?
Well, that'll be with the resources channel.
Yeah, in the resources channel. For sure.
Like if you guys aren't using any sort of help to make your lives easier as officers, like it's kind of foolish. Like there are a lot of resources out there, and I'm sure there are some out there that all of us on the panel haven't even seen. Like there are resources out there that really can make your job easy and make it easy on your guild mates. It's just when you talk about guilds, like T Money's giving her advice. T Money and Teals are in the same guild. They're going to give you their advice. Bob is an officer leader of his guild. And I'm an officer of my guild. Like, it's up to the officers and leaders to really get a feel for the guild. Like, it's really important that you find a plan that works best for everyone. Like, just because like let's say B Masu and I think something's awesome, and I'm actually guilty of this. When TW first came out, it was I was like defense is the same, or a loss is the same as a draw. Go heavy on defense, and I mean that's true. But that's a really hard thing to push on 49 other people, and then they weren't having any fun because they couldn't win any battles on offense. People were getting frustrated. So okay, well I was wrong. So we take a lot of polls in Xi. Since the decisions affect everybody, we try to get everyone's input. And if something's like overwhelmingly a favorite, we're going to go with that. Like it's not just the leader of the officers guild. There's 4 of us that kind of co-lead Xi. It's not just our guild. Like there's 46 other guys that have a say. I mean, just because the 4 of us think something's good doesn't mean it's going to flow. So it's important to get good officers that are real good at reading people and getting a flow for things.
Tell us about some of your polls that you've taken. Give us some examples.
Okay. Let me think of a good one. Okay, when
it's whiskey again.
Cork busted me.
Yeah, nice slick. Okay, we took a poll. We were a few weeks into TB, and we have a big farming list. I'll read it off if you guys want, but we have a farming list, and we try to mold the farming list to what works for everyone. So we took a poll, just basically asking, what is important to you in TB? Is it progressing to the next star level, or is it obtaining, the max amount of currency from all these special missions and stuff? And special missions were a clear-cut favorite. I think everybody was more concerned with the currency than the actual getting the next star. Yeah, and which is, I mean, let's be real. That's probably that's what you guys should be focused on, the special missions, because the difference between stars is so minimal. And it gets to a point where you'll have all the characters, and you can be getting 6 of 6 with everything. You're just going to sit there and wait on character GP, right? So, I mean, you know, and they decided that special missions were more important, so we molded our farming list to that. Like, you know, like Captain Han, General Veers, Starks, those type of things get pushed up a little bit on the list, whereas bounty hunters or like maybe I can't say Rogue One because that's P6, but you know, bounty hunters and stuff are below them. It's just a way to prioritize, because you can't just say here, hey guildmates, farm these 80 characters that we need for everything. Go, like, you know, like people. I'm a very veteran, older guild. A lot of people, everyone in the guild is a savvy player, but there are a few guys that kind of like direction. Like, you know, they like a list. They see the list, they check it off. They got their Phoenix done for P5. They see a list, they got Rogue One done. Check it off for P6. You know, they got their. Then we move to dark side territory. You know, just gotta have some sort of direction.
Tell us about the poll that you did when you're asking folks about like how aggressive / competitive they wanted to be in the different game modes.
Well, that was pretty much the same thing. Like, obviously, if they would have voted, you know, hey, we want the next star, we would encourage, you know, Captain Han and Roller kind of take a sidestep, and we focus on like the hardcore tunes that you need. Like everyone, if people were really worried about the next star, we would start enforcing like a Zeta Finn. We would start enforcing, you know, more meta characters to use in the light side territory battles. Like everyone needs all the 7-star rebels. Everyone needs this and that. And we try to set very fair deadlines, like Stark. Like I think Starks took what, from 0 to 80 without that pack. It was like what, 36, 37 days out of the guild store. I mean, that's 5 to 6 weeks, 7 weeks with awful RNG. But we gave everybody, you know, like 8 or 9 weeks to get their Starks to 5-star. Like you got to set a deadline, but you have to be fair to your guildmates at the same time. Like you can enforce a 5-star Starks in an unreasonable amount of time, but you know, you're gonna have 15 to 20 people that aren't going to make it. Good luck trying to find 15 people to fill their spots right now. You know,
and I always make sure to check with free-to-play players to see if something's reasonable. I'm like, it's like 3 days, right? Like, no, like that's like a long term, you know. So if your guild is mixed, if you have free-to-play players and pay-to-play players, it's going to be different times for different people. And I like free-to-play players. I'm going to be honest, like. It's some sort of like evolutionary thing where you have to be on the hustle more, right? You have to be more careful about what you get. You can't, you know, if you're a free to play player and you're a day one player and you're still getting number one, I mean, baby, you got some strategy. You got some game, because it's, I mean, I'm doing that, but I'm pay to play. So I always make sure to check with my free to play players to see whether something's reasonable
the struggle
to get.
For free to play is real.
It
is very, very tough. That's why I have to tell Ranger and them, like, oh, that's not how free to play works.
I'll tell you what, Grim, like, and I say this almost every week. I fear sometimes that we do have a more veteran like type of approach to the game, and I was fooling around with an alt and pulled bays out of the free chromium to get. So I'm going to try to.
I hate you.
Well, but yes, I mean, yeah, it's super lucky. But like, so I'm going to play it, and it's going to be completely free to play. Because I'm not familiar with a lot of the things that the new players have to go through now. Like when I was a new player, it was straight up like light side, dark side battles in arena. There was no protection, there were no mods, anything like that. You know, it's just like character versus character, and it's just. The game evolved, but I was always a step ahead because I've been playing so long, you know. So now, you know, I would start this all, and all of a sudden you got to decide between characters, you got to decide between mods. Well, there's a lot of decisions for a newer player than when I was a new player.
Oh yeah, but luckily, a lot of people can. I mean, this community is amazing. There is so much information out there for the new players to get a hold of. You know, there's you guys, there's RSG, Anal, Mobile Gamer, and Cubs Fan Han now, RSG. And Crazy. And, well, I mean, there's a lot of content out there to inform you on the game now. Thank God. I wish I would have had that when I first started playing.
I remember when I watched my first, I think it was a Smithy D video, I was like, and it was like Zader and the Rancor. I was just like, oh, like angels pouring from the sky, and I immediately like just poured all of my energy into getting him. It was total. It's like literally a game changer.
And that British accent.
And then that British accent. I know. Where is Smithy D anyway?
Real life stuff.
Where is Smithy D?
He was
Where
on the
is
stream
Smithy?
not too long ago. I heard him. He
Like
I think
20
he-
minutes.
Yeah, he was on.
You're not getting the inside joke. You're not getting the inside joke. Sorry.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Inside joke.
My bad.
But yeah, if you guys ever have any questions about the free-to-play stuff, let me know, because I am free-to-play. I have picked up Urban Blaster's motto of I won't pay for this shit.
Yeah, Grim's super
Nice.
active in the Nerfherders channel. Matt answering questions about lots of stuff, but that Imperial I would thought that was going to break you. The Imperial Troopers questions, that was lots. There was lots of stuff to do there.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
still use that team as well, so
All right, so what are we going to talk about in regards to guild management? It's I don't know. Let me see here. What do we got on the docket? So we've talked about kind of the range of planning styles from chill to perspective, and I think Zai has not quite a chill approach, but a more chill approach than like Wolfpack is a very new guild, relatively speaking. I don't know how many day one players. Do you know how many day one players we might have, Teals? Like maybe 10 to 20%. Yeah.
Like maybe 10 at the most. I say at least within the first 2 months, we'll go 2015 players.
Yeah, 2015 players, like maybe 20% of folks, and those are our
Yeah.
free to plays, right?
Yeah. Is my mic weird?
No, you're good. You sound good.
Somebody Mike is weird.
wow, somebody went pure robot there.
Yeah, something just went weird with robot.
Should I hang up and call back?
Is it me?
No, I think it's Maurice that's doing.
Is it me? Am I robot?
Yes.
It sounds weird. Somebody else is
All right.
resetting.
He
All
needs to
I fixed it.
not download porn during the stream.
I think we're good. We're good now.
Daddy, look what I just saw.
Your child stays up late. It's 9:00 p.m. on the West Coast.
Yeah, what can I say? So yeah, I think our sound's fixed now.
Is that better? Can you guys hear me now?
Oh god.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
Maurice, hang up the call and come back.
Would now be a good time to sing a song?
No.
Do you have the power to kick him?
I'll be back in a second.
Wow.
I just want to say one of my favorite things about the Nerfherders
Oh my God.
Stream is that we come on and I don't know, I get nervous when we come on and I want to do a really good job, and then there's some point at the night where I just don't give a shit if there's anyone listening because I'm just like happy to be here and kind of pretending that there is. So thank you to everyone who is 33 watching right now. Thank you very much for being here. I know there's so many people in this chat who know more about the game than we do, and I appreciate you, being part of the community and sticking with us as we grow. How many fucking subscribers do we have now? We're getting pretty badass. 219.
Yes.
Oh, I know I'm one of them.
We're at 220 now.
We're at 220 now, and we've got some videos at I think our little
We're up to 8,100 total views.
the robot pimp machine that's got to be over 1,000, and our video from last week was over 800 the last time I looked. The one on Imperial Troopers.
847.
847.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Word is spreading.
We are going to take this time. If you have not subscribed, please do. If you like the video, please like it. If you don't like it, by all means, thumbs down. I'm not going to judge you. Just PM us in Discord and give us tips how we can make it better.
Yeah, and make sure to flick their ding dong to be reminded every time they stream.
Yes.
Flick ding dong.
Oh my god.
oh my
Maurice.
god, we're having some serious fucking audio issues.
The bell icon.
Bimasu, fuck. Don't you feel like Bimasu is just a better person than everyone? I kind of feel that way. He's definitely a better person than me and everyone here. So I'm just going to make that call. Except for the spam thing. That's gross. It's inappropriate. To be such a nice guy and be okay with like rancid canned meat, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That is all. Am I the only one in Skype anymore?
No, I'm here.
Okay, good.
We're fantastic. Sorry, it was referencing Marie sounding like the Separatist droid from episode 2, and they're having that meeting around the table, and he couldn't get his voice into tune. In that and the hollow call losing connection, you know, all bad.
So yeah, I don't know. With guilds, it's interesting with good old Maurice because there are many, like until very recently there was like 48 players who were original from the time that they conquered Hat until the present day. I think they've had a little bit of turnover with all of this craziness in the game, but that's incredible to retain that many players over that long a period of time. And but it's like kind of the Zaya is this kind of like they're like, I don't know, what's the analogy? They're just very experienced and like it's like a marathon runner, right? They're like a marathon.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they're like a marathon run. They're going the long way. They're just like, you know, they're okay at they have to maintain their pace and they're going long term, whereas we have had to be like, you know, we have maybe 20% first day players and the rest of us are like, we've got to catch up. So there's a different energy there, and I think there's a different approach to leading the guild there. One thing I want to point out is that when we first did the heroic tank raid, we had people coming to Merc for us, which is like people who have like amazing GPs who come to your guild and really help push you over the edge as far as damage goes for the tank raid. And but then we had quite a disparity within our guild. We have some low GP players, or what was it called then, character fucking whatever, low GP players and high GP players. And the high GP players kind of carried us through, and I've always been very average in the guild, and we just kind of like rode their coattails. And then there came a time when we kind of decided if we're going to keep these heavy hitters, we have to really focus on moving forward, or else they need to go play the game somewhere else. Because if you invest so much time and money in the game, for me, you need to be playing where it's like, at the level that you want to be, whatever that level is. So we kind of made that decision to go, hard at them, to get our 600s every day, 30,000 tickets every day. If not, it's like a big deal to, require tunes to move forward, et cetera, et cetera. So Bimasu says, currently we have 42 players with over 100,000 lifetime tickets. Wow. That's incredible. That's amazing.
Because we're the shit.
You are the shit.
Am I still robot?
I hit that in Roughnecks Zeta. and then I moved. Spartans,
Really?
And then here.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Teals, did you just try to one-up me?
Yeah, no, he didn't
I didn't try. I didn't
He
try.
did. Thank you, Teals. Virtual fist bump.
Hey, am I coming? Am I still robot?
No,
No,
you're
you're currently acceptable.
Do we have the rest of the Nerfherders here? Grimmy, Bobby, you here?
Bob's probably muted until we decide to drink.
Yeah, we'll all drink the rest of our drinks. They'll be like, "Hey guys," I'm like, "God damn it, Bob!" There he is. Look
There
at
he
him.
is. Bob, talk about the 600 tickets again.
Do what?
Hashtag I got my 600.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
I'm a little bit sad actually because Bob used to get really angry at the 600 tickets, and it was kind of almost a feature in the game to trigger him about that. It was kind of easy. It'd be like a lull, not in the game, like in the stream. It'd be like a lull in the stream. It'd be like, "So Bob, what about the 600 tickets, eh?" He'd be like, "What the fuck?" And like go on a tangent about that.
A lot of sirens outside. I'm turn on my scanner.
There will be no more unless they fuck it up, and he'll be really angry.
All I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna trust it until it actually works.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, all this bullshit, like you have to go here, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. No, fuck that. Make it work.
It's just
I'm just
temporary.
glad that CG actually decided to prove me wrong this time. Because I kept on saying, they're never gonna fix this shit. They're never gonna fix this shit. And then,
It's the
this
first
is
time they
most
publicly
possible
acknowledged
game.
they're actually working towards it. Before they're like, "Oh yeah, we're doing this. We're giving you officers and guild leaders this feature," and they kind of just threw tickets and
It's just like, it's ridiculous with people spending tens of thousands of dollars on a mobile game, and they can't make every single
$100,000.
fucking aspect of it work. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Just take a moment and think of Moby D right now.
Huh?
I said take a moment and think of Moby D right now.
Who dat?
Moby D? Be in the Lions now. He's 7.
Yeah. Amen.
and then like Sir Loki, who has probably put 3 or 4 of the devs' kids through college.
Hey, we got a Moby D and Zai. His name's Moby Dick.
Okay.
He's the man.
What's
That's
his name?
Moby Dick.
Does he wail?
Huh?
Does he wail hard?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What was it?
Moby Dick.
I just want to hear you say dick a few times.
Dick.
Penis.
Do I say dick weird?
No, it's
You're getting. You're getting what?
Moist.
Weird.
verklempt, I think is the word. Is that the word?
So I got a question for you guys. How far down on the bottle are you guys? I'm about just under halfway.
Of what? Oh no, it's not fair because I'm finishing a bottle that I was drinking previously.
Yeah, T-Money's bourbon whiskey is too expensive to drink massive quantities of, so
I missed it.
Yeah,
I'm doing just fine because I'm doing just fine because I had to macro out my maximum pour amount, so I got two shots left.
Mimasu actually went in game and was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He counted, and Zai is the shit. ...
goddamn right he counted. 'Cause
Over
we're the
2. Hey, 33 people. Don't interrupt me when you have a better guild than us, okay?
Hey,
Just
this is
shut
the
up.
ticket master of
No.
Zai.
33 people are over 200,000 lifetime tickets. That's cool, right? Now, do you reset people when they miss tickets?
No. Absolutely not. That would be like the most impressive feat of all time in the game if we had 33 people over 200,000 lifetime tickets that got their 600s every single day. That would
No,
be.
I got my best bin. He never misses tickets.
Well, I would be on that list, except one time I had an alt in there for 600s, and I removed my main account instead of my alt, and then I had to come back in the guild. So, whoops. I'll tell you what, there's been a couple guys that really go AWOL and just kind of start disappearing, and we'll remove them from the guild because we think they're absent or they're on vacation. You know, they haven't done anything in a couple of days, so we'll remove them and just bring in an alt till they come back, and they end up quitting because they're like, that just reset all my counters. Like they'll come back in the guild and be like, there was a guy, his name was Hoex. He was in the guild probably since day one, since guilds were made, and he disappeared randomly for 3, 4, 5 days. So we removed him and put an alt in until we heard from him. And he finally got back to me. He's like, that just reset all my lifetime counters. I think that was a good time just to quit. I'm like, no, God, what are you doing? Don't do that. Just come back in. You can still see it on SWGOH. You know what I mean? Like, if you get kicked from your guild for tickets, come back in and you're all, butthurt about your numbers on the screen being deleted, they're still saved on like SWGOH and in the game. Like you can still see your total number of things like on your arena card. They just won't show up in the guild part. So don't get all upset. Like don't quit the game because your lifetime counters look reset. They're not.
Is that your biggest problem?
That's happened twice to us now. Like that guy would disappear a couple of days and we'll remove him because we don't know what's going on, and they just quit because their numbers got reset. Like, well, what? Like, come on, man. Oh, Hoex was a good player too. It really chapped my ass when he left.
So that kind of makes a bridge to something that I don't even know if it's on our list to talk about. And it's kind of weird. I don't know if there's a lot of content out there for recruiting within our universe, but I feel like we should spill the beans about the simple ways that we keep our guild full. You guys go first. I'm just kidding. I really have to pee. I'm gonna be back. Don't fucking end the stream. I hate when you do that.
And on that bombshell, guys.
Don't, because I'm gonna pee and then I'm gonna get a stick of pepperoni, and if it's not here when I come back, I'm gonna start over.
Let's play What's in T Money's Mouth.
I gotta get a stick of pepperoni.
I don't know. That sounds kind of tasty, though.
Gross. What was the question she asked us while she went and took a dump?
Something about recruiting.
Recruiting and keeping players in your guild, or getting people in something.
Well, see, this is an area that I have a hard time discussing in like an informational stream sort of manner. Like we're a top 50 guild, and sometimes people come to you, and sometimes I guess let me start when we're in a very large community. Zai is. We're in the Alliance community, very very large community. So I mean, we have an LFG. We have people that actively just come to our Discord and are looking for a guild. But unfortunately, when you reach a certain, I guess, strength, if you will, it gets tough because there's no players. Like we're 134-ish, I think, 133, 134 million.
I think you tagged us in Recruiter Station like last week for the first time since I joined Wolfpack.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like once you reach a certain level, like players of that caliber aren't going to be in like a random LFG. They're going to be searching themselves. So what you can do is you hit your arena shards, you hit your ship shard chats. You throw some bones here and there, and throw feelers out. If somebody responds, then you give your sales pitch, I guess, to join the guild. But I mean, we're super fortunate. We have very, very, very low turnover. Like it's just we've got a huge group of just like B Monster typed a few minutes ago, 33 players with 200,000 lifetime tickets. I mean, that's awesome. Like we don't the recruiting thing doesn't really happen to us very often. And that was just like a super plug, I guess, for the guild. But like we don't really have many problems. Like if we lose a guy, there's another officer. His name's Matt Jade. He's got like a super alt. It's like a 2 million GP. Yeah, but he volunteers to put that in.
That
sometimes.
trumps my 1.6. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a super alt. Like he volunteers every once in a while if he's available. You know, I've got an alt with about 1.1 million. Not great, but it won't like kill you. On TB, it's a lot better than somebody's like alt with 60,000 GP. Like it won't.
Yeah, it's very appreciated when I put in my alt that also has CLS and 7-star Thrawn. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Man, I have a hard enough time upkeeping one account.
Yeah, you can't. It's undoable. Like I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this alt. Like it's just, especially when I get to the point where I'm starting to do 2 TWs a day, 2 TBs a day. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I hope I can. Just for information purposes.
Teals Jr. is currently ungilded, and I log him in 3 times a week for Zeta Day. That way my arena points don't expire. And, yeah. That's it. Try and get some challenge currency, the good stuff. Our bounties.
The Tor asks, why is T-Money not letting us listen to her pee anymore? Did I miss a stream? Was she like literally?
You can hear her pepperoni.
Oh,
no pun intended. Did I miss a stream?
You can listen to her put meat in her mouth.
Hold on, guys. I gotta get a pepperoni stick.
I have seaweed in my mouth right now. That's what's happening.
You just topped the weirdest comment ever with pepperoni stick with I have seaweed in my mouth right now.
I would have never guessed that in what's in my mouth. I'll just tell you that.
It's cold.
Did you pull the seaweed out of the freezer?
No.
It also called her counter. Huh? The inside of your house is probably the temperature of my refrigerator.
It is, but I like to be very, very warm. Like, I will often go and get my, I've done that, I've done that once this week. My kid sometimes comes and, crawls into bed with me, but sometimes I'll go and, get him. Be like, come here. It's purely for heat. No emotional, I want to cuddle you, I miss you, nothing like that. I'm just I'm fucking not gonna fall asleep unless this little heater is in my bed. That's sad, isn't that sad? Oh my god.
No, not really. That's coming from a parent aspect.
Part of being a parent.
Yeah, that's just the parent aspect of me. I'm that's totally legit normal.
I had a nightmare. Can I come sleep with you?
Okay.
No, we're
that's
I'm cold.
A common thing,
You're a big boy.
Here's an endotherm. Come.
Oh boy.
I guess an ectotherm.
I don't know what that is, and I don't want.
I don't either. I didn't want to ask and be an asshole because I didn't be like everybody make fun of me because I didn't know what an endotherm was. But
Fucking hey.
Alexa, what's an endotherm?
You know what an endotherm is? I'm totally.
Is that
an ectotherm? Okay, I hope I get this right because I'm kind of on my high horse here and I won't fall off. But we're ectotherms. We create heat and we extrude heat from our body. Whereas an endotherm is a cold-blooded creature, right? But it's not truly cold-blooded. They do generate some heat, but they extract heat from their environment more than they generate.
So warm-blooded and cold-blooded. It's just...
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm just being.
So
you're
actually
you're like a lizard, and he's.
I'm smoking my pepperoni stick.
Is that your pickup line at the science fair?
Probably all I have to do to get laid is just walk around smoking a pepperoni stick.
No, I'm talking about hello, you endotherm. We talk about high horse.
That's how you pick up chicks at MIT.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. I feel you.
Hey, girl, is that a pepperoni stick I see, or are you just an endotherm?
We're working with it, but we're not getting it.
No, it's because it's terrible. It's fucking awful.
All right.
That was one of the worst jokes I've ever told.
Hey, girl, you an
That's what-
ectotherm? I'll be your tauntaun.
Exactly. Thank you for bringing it back to Star Wars Tales.
Oh, that was a good one.
Snatched it back.
All right. So, I feel like we've done a completely shit job at talking about management. I'm going to be honest. We did a great job at the executioner and all that stuff at the beginning, but whatever time that was, 1 hour in.
That was approximately 50 minutes ago.
I guess what I want to say to people about guild management is that talk to your peeps and don't be afraid to move ahead, or define yourselves as being chill, because chill guilds. Oh, we're going to talk about recruitment. Chill guilds are in high demand right now with all of the. Oh yeah, fuck you, Teals. I'm gonna go back to Skype and see what you're fucking posting. Yeah. Oh. Just hiding a screen from me right now. Hey, what are you guys farming right now?
I've got actually a baby corn.
Fuck. That's a fucked up.
Well, no, it's that corn that comes in like little Chinese dishes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that shit's the bomb.
I know what you're talking about too. It's still fucked up.
Why?
I don't know. What are you farming right now? In Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes.
Gear for Ahsoka and Old Ben.
Which one?
Fulcrum. I never really did Fulcrum or Old Ben. I just had to bite the bullet and do it.
You gonna say to Old Ben?
No, I'm gonna say to Fulcrum first. Probably not Zeta Old Ben. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's down the pipe. I want to. There's so many characters. I guess I want to do Zeta Kylo, the unmasked Kylo. I want to do that Zeta. I want to do Stark's Zeta. I need to do Rey's Zetas. I need to do. It's just the list goes on and on and on. I don't know. Whatever mood I'm in kind of determines which button I click when I have a Zeta. You know. It's let me down a few times. That strategy, so you probably shouldn't use that, but it's been a surprise a couple, I guess. Darth Hideous has a question in the chat. It's, are we going to keep on one topic for more than 5 minutes, or is this shit full-blown degen?
That's a stupid
Is this
ass
the first show
question.
that he's been to?
Exactly, Grim.
Have you
Is this
ever
your
even
first
watched
rodeo,
the show?
baby? Aww.
Darth Hideous, the answer is, I guess, full-blown degen.
I fought a General Kenobi, and I just have to preface that I wouldn't be telling you this if I didn't win, because I almost didn't. I fought a General Kenobi, Gear 12, Darth Nihilus, Gear 12, Barriss, I think she was purple still. Who else was there? Like a fucking, like a Xeris meta-y team, no CLS on there, no counters. And dude had forgotten to put his mods on Darth Nihilus. So that was kind of nice. Oh, Old Ben. Sorry, pardon me. Old Ben was there, a double taunting Zeta Old Ben. And I beat they were like, I don't know, like 90-something power, and I beat them with my, 60-something, 70-something resistance. I was very pleased about that. That's what you guys should be doing. Here's the, one little fucking secret gem. Resistance. Finn. OG.
Well, no, Resistance Finn is an excellent counter to that GK Barriss.
Oh, thank you. Is it?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that just what I was
100%,
saying?
absolutely. Yeah, because
explaining me?
Because no, I'm not being serious. Zeta Finn is the whoa.
Exactly.
Okay, that's not me for the record.
Did you just birth a child? Did you just live on stream? T-Money's birthing children. No, but back. Okay, Zeta Finn. I'm glad you brought this up. This is
Back to
this
the
is
thing I
something-
just said. Okay.
we learned this today. Zeta Finn is an excellent counter to the GK Barris, Nihilists,
You learned that today?
Fives, Hermit Yoda. No, but like it's we just went in there and wiped out, a bunch of them with just old Zeta resist. Yeah, okay, maybe we did. Maybe the light bulb went off in my head today, but like if everyone just brings in the Zeta Finn teams, you can knock that. It's like Troopers and the Night Sisters. Like that just slaughters that team.
I don't think it's as easy as the Troopers and the Night Sisters. Like, there's a bit of finesse involved, and you really have to watch their mods. And we got to get some videos out, man, because I still run across players, even in Wolfpack, who are they're modding resistance wrong. It's just, I'm like, that's just wrong. Like, that's not how you
crack that whip, girl.
I'll get my resistance.
We're talking about the 5 old school resistance here, like potency-based resistance.
Yeah,
we're not talking about resistance G11. We're talking about so I run Finn at gear 9, Resistance Trooper Poe at gear 11, and Resistance. Yeah, go ahead. And Resistance Pilot at gear 7 or 8.
And
they took down that
that shit ain't gonna fly long term, sister.
Yes, it fucking absolutely flies. Shut your face.
I
have to mod it fucking properly, and it flies. I have my Finn at about 244 speed, and I have the rest at about 70% potency. I've been using them all the way to P6 in light side territory battles. I'm so happy that I'm right about something and you're wrong. That's nice.
I don't know. You face these Gear 12 GK teams. Everyone's Gear 12.
Bitch, I just told you that I faced Gear 12 General Kenobi, Gear 12 Darth Nihilus. It was a Gear 12 5s.
I'm guessing you said Poe is at 244 because...
Yeah, Poe's at 244.
Finn at 244.
That's awesome.
And 70%.
That's the case. That's fantastic. Like that's awesome. That's a team everyone probably already has, and they can just. You got to counter to one of the top defensive teams in Territory Wars. I mean, if that's the case,
it's not about gear. You need to ensure that your resistance are never touched. You don't want them to be like blaster fire. No, like you don't want that. You don't want them to be touched by anything. You want them to have the proper mods, the potency, and the proper speed to never be touched.
Well, because that team against the GK teams, like, GK gives all that defense to Jedi. And a lot of these teams have Barris, Hermit Yoda, Anakin, Ayla. They have all these Jedi in them. But exposes are health-based damage. So, like, defense doesn't affect the exposed damage, right? So, like, that's why these teams, like, over time, and there's no DPS on that team. There might be an Anakin, there might be an Ayla, but they're not going to kill all 5 of your characters, especially if Finn's got his health through a regen in Poe and Finn. There's no way.
And with that team, I always put in a 5th tune, even though they don't ever go, like they don't do anything. I put in Scarif Rebel Pathfinder just to die, right? Like they just shoot it and it's just somebody else to die in case things go wrong. But Darth Nihilus even did his special like cooldown pull, and they still got through it with that team. So
okay, the chat. Okay, Team Money, I guess you were right. The chat is blasting my ass. Which just absolutely works at low gear level.
And I just called you a bitch on the stream for the first. I feel like we've like
okay. You got
past.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, go ahead.
That's just how resistance works. Is once you get them going, you can't stop them. They will just keep on going and going and going. And you will wipe out any team you fight against once you get them going.
If you get the resistance trainer rolling, it won't stop.
And this particular team, although I will concede that the Darth Nihilus didn't have any fucking mods on them. Like I check all the mods and all of the territory battles that I do, territory wars battles, and I was like, oh, Darth Nihilus is 120 speed. Isn't that his base speed? Yeah, he doesn't have any mods. Okay. But the old Ben he had a tenacity of like 80%. And so it was kind of a roll of the dice whether I could do it or not. But
should have saved your awesome resistance for that all Gear 12 First Order Kylo Ren and Mass team. Come on now.
Well, Fantasy, he took a fully, I don't know what Zetas they had, but it was a full, I'm assuming it was a full Gear 12 Phoenix team.
It was 100%.
And he took him down with, pardon me?
It was full max.
It was full max. He took him down with resistance, no problem. And the game crashed on him. Like it wouldn't register as victory, so somebody else had to still take out the team after that.
So he didn't take out a fully geared full max Phoenix team.
He's got the screens to prove it because it was like everything dead, but we were waiting for that, you win screen.
Oh, it's the worst, man.
And it's just sitting there blank. Your guys are just kind of bouncing, waiting, nothing.
And someone had even hit them beforehand. Like someone had even like gone in there and lost and like fed them a bunch of turn meters. So like, can you imagine? You're like, yes, I did it.
That's a challenge. Like it doesn't. I mean, you go in there, it doesn't. You go against that team and a turn meter disadvantage. That's tough. You know.
The resistance team. I was like, it was amazing. But yeah, let's see how we're doing on territory wars.
Last territory battle, I ran into one of the infinite loops teams. That really sucked.
What's that?
Went over and over and over and over and over and over, and I just watched my team get completely annihilated.
Oh, there's a KRU team that's...
Oh, someone gave him a bunch of protection back. I went in, had most of the team at like 75% health and no protection.
What? You went in and that team had no protection and they have full protection back?
Yeah, they have almost all full protection back, minus Phasma and Kylo Ren and Mast. I had them down to 3/4 health.
We're looking at a team. It's the last team in our middle back quadrant that we have to kill, and it's I'm assuming a Zeta Kylo Ren, like an unmasked Kylo Ren.
It's
Thrawn.
It's everything with every Zeta.
First order TIE pilot, regular old Kylo, and Phasma. And they're just regenerating. We'll have to show Fantasy. We have, I don't know. I'm so proud of
that team's actually. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Grim.
That team's actually easy to beat.
With what?
B2 and TIE fighter pilot.
All right.
Because the thing with unmasked Kylo, the reason why he can keep the first order team, healthy all the time is the fact that they're healing every time they get buffs. If they can't get buffs, they aren't healing.
Oh.
Someone just tippy typed that out. That's awesome. We're right up against. We're doing Hoth Ski Patrol, which I just have a soft spot in my heart for Hoth Ski Patrol because their name is awesome, and they put out really cool content. Hey, did you guys see? Did any streamers see the piece that they put out about light side territory battles in the Nerfherder stream this week? Not just in the Nerfherder stream, but like that landed in the Nerfherder stream, care of Dreadful this week.
You mean the Discord?
The Discord.
I saw it. That was freaking awesome. I saved that sucker.
I know. They basically went all over the galaxy and found the minimal teams to beat all of the special missions, all of the battles in P1 through P5. I don't think they fully did P6, but P1 through P5, and listed the minimal teams to do it, and what tunes you have to mod up to do it. Like, yeah, it's very cool. Very, very cool. Take a shot, everyone. My bourbon's almost done. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dilly.
Dilly.
Oh, smooth.
Yeah, old crow, the smoothness. Caca! Bob, you still here?
Ah, shit.
No. You gotta give him a minute. You gotta give Bob a minute.
He left. I looked at Skype. He's gone.
No, he's there.
I got right. Oh, I just got the Grim, Tails, and Money.
Shit!
I see Darth Bob and Mike Hall. Nope, no foreign call. He's not in the call. He's just in the chat.
Oh, drink your drinks, everybody in the stream.
No,
You
hold
sneaky
up.
little motherfucker. What?
Hold up.
Oh,
shot.
Bobby!
I'm
Sorry,
waiting
calling
for
Bobby
the
just
full
'cause
fucking
it's
drinks, right?
No,
Yeah,
just
well,
take
how
a
about
shot.
this? I just took a shot because of that.
It was at the
Drinks
lips.
Good, our plan against you.
But seriously, I'm a little bit.
Patrol.
Peace out.
No wink, don't.
All right,
Good
man.
night. Good night.
Say, Bob.
Night, Bob.
Good night.
So, do we have to drink if Bob doesn't like creep out of the stream?
This is the first time Bob's ever said bye, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure the rule to this.
Let's just put it this way: if we take one more shot, I will be out of liquor.
Me too. Well,
All
not.
right, bro. I'll take one more shot.
Like, oh, Bob.
Let's just finish these shots and kill this shit.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Nat, what do we? You're not even feeling your shit. Hold up.
Dilly, dilly.
Dilly.
Alcoholic.
All right, good night.
See you, Bob.
Whew.
All right, we done here? We good?
Go to the list.
Oh, shit. Snap.
Yeah?
I don't know. I guess, okay, let's plug. Hey, can I post in chat? Am I a mod
Yeah.
in the chat with my T-Money name?
Yeah.
You've never
Yeah,
never seen your wrench?
'Cause I don't know. I love managing the guild and supporting the guild and finding the tools for the guild. I feel like we didn't do anything on the Roughnecks. Like there's so many tools that we didn't show you guys. So anyway, if you want to come into the Discord, I'm shamelessly plugging our Discord stream because it's honestly the best Discord. Don't you think? It's a fucking badass.
We did not do the topic justice. I agree with you. Like there's so many things we could have discussed and shared with people, and we didn't quite get to it.
I'm
help
currently in
managing
the
the
works.
guild,
I'm in the works
if you want
with. Am I going? You going?
No, you go.
Said I'm currently in the works with Gorsey, current leader of the Roughnecks and creator of his guild tools and website, which has gone through an entire reformat from the days I was there working with him. And we're gonna try and get a feature plug on another stream, even if he has to stay up late at night, or we do an off night little gig with him, and just post a separate video about it. But it is literally guild changing for those who don't have any sort of base system or trying to build and see where your guild's at. It's really good. It's all website integrated based. Really worth checking out. And I'm gonna try and get a feature with him if I can't get Gorsey onto the show.
It's a little late for him.
It's a little late.
You know?
It's about 3:30
We should do a
a.m. in
stream
the
on
morning.
Sunday or something one time. And
He's an
have those guys
awesome
on.
dude. Dorsey is, man. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. So
And we've always put the Roughnecks link in our chat as well as the RSG link. I like to say that we're a wholly owned subsidiary of Reality Skewed Gamers because they kind of had us on our stream to start. For me, for sure, they were the wind beneath my motherfucking wings, bitches.
Oh, Crow, mother. If you could have burnt like half a second earlier, it would have been right on cue. It would have been awesome.
Jesus Christ, 10:45. It's like 9:40. You don't know, like being this drunk and then looking at the clock and it's 10:45. It's not cool. Like it's not okay. And I blame all of you people.
It's almost
What,
1
were you
a.m. for
drunk
me.
this early, or
It's too early.
nah.
oh, well then you're not Irish.
But
If it's too early,
that's about our list. We're gonna try and get some more stuff going.
One second. Question in the chat. Dexter Comer asks, when is the Ewok guy coming on? T-Money's response,
Fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
No, I was just like, fuck you guys. They're gonna be drunk, leaving me at 10:45.
Actually, that's
So
a
the
good
Ewok-
idea. Have the
We have-
Ewok guy on the Cooking with the Nerfherders. Today, we deep fry Ewoks.
That's a great idea.
And
Yeah,
I'm
well,
gonna
so, yeah.
in the entire stream, I'm going to in the corner have a live cam of Finn, Infinity, as he watches in the horror.
So we are gonna have an Ewok guy on. He's he was a dear friend of mine, and then like a like fucking like awful enemy of mine. Not really. we went through some like Discord drama, and we both got our Discord feelings hurt. And then he's back, and I love him, and he's amazing. But he runs a golden Ewok team, except for Wicket, which he has. He's still getting the shards. So the next time the Wicket event comes on, we're gonna get him on, and or we'll have him on before. It depends what you guys are feeling. If you bug me enough, then we'll get him on. Tell
The
us.
next event is in 4 days.
Huh? Oh, that's perfect. So then next week, then we should have him next week. That's awesome. He's a great player. He's not free to play, but he's very close to free to play. He's been putting away $20 every payday to get these bloody Ewoks. He's had these Ewoks since I was playing with him a year ago. We used to make fun of him because he would take so fucking long in the Rancor raid. We'd all be done, and he'd be there like trying to beat out the clock at like, like a few minutes into an hour, and it's just like he's at the end of P2 sort of thing. So he is very, very dedicated to the Ewoks. He loves them as a faction. Been playing them for over a year, and he plays them in arena. So we're gonna have him on. We're going to what other factions are we gonna have on? What other factions do we have on? We've had Phoenix. We've had
Phoenix
Imps.
Troopers, and that's it. Phoenix and Troopers.
And Phoenix Troopers.
I don't know
Just
if we're gonna find any bounty hunter fanboys. I'm just not
Oh,
sure.
we can.
Oh,
We can.
We can. That's not too hard.
We get cast a spell on this bitch.
All right.
Yeah,
That'd
but
be
we have-
awesome.
Yeah, but we gotta yeah. Yeah, we get cast spell on this bitch.
What?
Just in and out. We're gonna get him in and out.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that.
He's the man, dude. Cast spell is the man.
That's great. That's dank. I'm trying to use that word more. That's what the kids say.
No, no. You shouldn't try to do that whatsoever.
Man, that's pro'd up, man. Say it again, go to Maurice. What is it?
It's that prod up, bruh.
Prod up. Man, it's prod up. Thank you, Grim, for coming on with us tonight. You're such a huge part
Thank you
of our
for having
community.
me.
Thank you so much for your ongoing help in Discord and all of your fucking knowledge drops about the imps the last couple weeks as people are going crazy trying to figure out everything about them. So thank you.
They're badass, boy, versus a certain team, boy. Snowtrooper. Ooh, yikes. He's been in the game.
Maybe we can get Broda in for.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah. No, fuck him. I'm doing resistance. No, I brought him, motherfucker. It's like the only thing I know about resistance, and I'm pretty confident about nice sisters
at least
now,
you,
too.
me, and Maurice all are good at resistance. We've rocked them for a while. We know their capabilities. Although Maurice and I are the one that actually gear.
Yeah. See,
Oh, snap!
No. See, I was sending videos to Broda when my resistance were all gear 7 and gear 8, and I was climbing to the top of my arena with them at that. And the only reason that I fucking geared them, I shouldn't have. The only reason that I geared them is because I love them so much. Every piece of gear, every gear level I went up, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I don't need to be at that gear level, and I'm going to ruin my opportunity to show people that they can have these very low gear, but I just love them. And good old Maurice has made the point many times that Poe's ship at gear 12, ooh, that's my next
ship
little
at gear
pet
12.
project.
You bring them in, and you target that TIE fighter pilot ship. You hit his unique, and it disappears.
Bam, bitch! You be gone, you dodgy little motherfucker!
Yep, I run that on my fleet. It's amazing.
All you need to do, you hit him once with Vader, and then you have Poe sitting in your first reserve.
I don't even need to hit him with Vader. He could be untouched, and Poe will wipe him out.
I don't have him year 12, that's why.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, you do not run regular TIE Fighter pilot in your starting lineup.
Really?
Oh, I do.
I do.
I don't use them.
You'll get singled out.
Yeah, I don't use them.
I don't trust you with ships, good old Maurice.
Well, that's fair. No, that's very fair. No, that's very fair.
Like,
I don't.
Weird little baby fucking like awful.
I just said it's fair. You don't got to explain it to the people. I just said, okay, you got me. And I shut up.
I respect you and your game knowledge, and I'm very humbled by it. But with regards to ships, I'm like, yeah, well, how do you know? Because you still are fighting like 5-star Admiral Akbar.
To the viewers, I am on an extremely easy ship shard. Like at times, I'm certain I'm kind of superstitious. So I was like, you know what? Ships are coming out. I didn't log into the game for 20 something hours. You know, it just like trying to.
It's smart.
No, it wasn't smart. It's pure luck. Like whatever I did didn't matter at all. Let's be real.
I disagree completely.
But it was difficult because I'm obsessed with this game. Obviously, I mean, I'm on a fucking stream talking about a video game. Like I'm obsessed with the game. Like, yeah, but so like it's so difficult to sit there and just not play this brand new content. Everyone's in the chats talking about it, like, oh, this is incredible. Big's Darklighter ship is the best in the game. Just like all this crazy shit. I'm just like looking at it. I got Big. Let me get that ship. And I can't play it. But it was, oh my God.
I know the feeling, man. Shipster's the only spot where I'm actually up on par with everybody else.
Well, I think the Chimera is coming back soon, correct?
Yep.
In like a week.
The 18th?
Yeah, like that sucks because now everyone's going to have a 7-star Chimera. And I'm just like,
I can beat Chimeras easy.
I can't too. It's not as easy as Tarkin. I'm sitting here facing a bunch of Tarkins or 5-star Chimeras.
All right. Well,
I love fight. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love when it gets to the point in the night where Teals is like, I'm done with you fuckers and I'm going to get off the stream now. Right, Teals?
Well, we're at the point where most of what we can ramble about now we can take and join our friends in Discord.
Indeed.
We have stuff planned. We have upcoming fanboys, fangirls, fan person, fan attack helicopter, whatever they identify as. It's gonna be fun. Gonna get the Roughnecks website and tools shown off, whether you gotta do it on the weekend or I can get an interview or whatever with it. Amazing tool.
You guys should definitely check that site.
Links on the bottom of the stream.
Yeah.
Just scroll down, it'll be there. Otherwise, roughnecks.me, check it out. Right now, he's got it set up. You just log in your personal account and your Swugga address. It will sync up your account. It'll sync up your guild, and you could just click around to all the different formats, and it's all there already, all the time.
Do you see what Grim just wrote in chat? He said, "I think we need to make that our saying." So I'll do our outtake. Finger that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Poke that subscribe button if you want to be our friend, and fondle that ding dong to be notified every time the Nerfherders release new content. Or finger Bob's butthole. Fuck, we're such children. I am anyway.
Well, you don't have to read that out loud.
I know. Who cares?
That was a treat that nobody enjoyed for the chat.
There's any chance it'll get like a giggle. I'm like, okay. Okay, love you guys, mate.
All right, so
$1 bill, y'all.
Belly. Nipple my britches, bitch.
That about wraps it
My
up.
britches. I need to
Click the link to our Discord if you're not on it. Join it. Otherwise,
Nibble my britches.
you know where to go next. little after chat if you want.
But I'm probably gonna ditch out.
You may hear a thump with T-Money curse and then silence. It's normal.
It's like being at the bar when you're too drunk. You're like, ooh, I better go before I fuck somebody. Bye.
And good night.